Yo, what's up fellow gamers? I'm back here with another video. We're explaining where to get algae, so this is going to be a 3-part video. We're going to start on this side of the map, where the hot dog stand is. I went ahead and started this out in creative, just to make it easier for myself. But, needless to say, there is the ranger station, which is right here. So, hot dog stand, then there's the ranger station by the trash bags, and then on the map itself, there's this pipe right here. If you go up to this pipe, you'll see that there's a hole in this pipe. You'll just come through it, and there was a dirt mound here blocking the pathway. That is now gone. So you'll just come into the pipe itself. There is pond moss in this pipe, and you'll just make your way through it. Which we have not the fastest swimming speed yet in the game because it's still base level, but it leads to some raw science apparently, and a underwater facility of some sort. There's moss or algae. I have a bad habit of calling it moss for whatever reason. Algae in here, and it looks like they have it going on either side, so they definitely make sure to explore every nook and cranny of this place because there is a fair amount of algae in here, but not like as much as the other locations, but definitely worth checking out. Then on top of that, if you come in here, you have the Scabby 2K scanner, which opens up this little door, which then leads to, so it looks like 11 algae, leads to an area right here, which seems to not be developed yet, but they made it so that you can get in here. And then if you really want to build in here, you can. You just have to figure out how to. It's actually pretty simple. You take a piece of flooring, make sure that the flooring is above the flooring of the research center itself. Once you do that, then you can place all the flooring you want. There we go. Do it like that. All the flooring you want, and then you can then build, obviously, anything you want in here because it is valid building rights. So, up to you. You make a really cool base. It leads into an underground area, which I don't think you have land rights. Yeah, invalid building area. And so it's kind of out of the way. Very defendable, potentially, but it could be a lot of fun. And it just leads out to right here on the map. You won't be able to get access to it right here. That door is locked until you do the underground facility Scabby 2K scanner right over here. So we next have the Croquet mallet on the map. It's going to be within the croquet court over by the park bench, so just very corner of the map. If you zoom in, you can also see it on the map. This is where the next algae sources is, and this one is pretty easy to get as well. You just need to make sure that you have a splat burst bomb in your inventory. It'll come around to the other side of the mallet, and you'll see that it has the blowable design on the rock. You throw your splat burst, it'll blow up, and that releases the mallet. But then on top of that, it also clears a pathway into another pipework system. Down here you have, and you'll want to upgrade your Omni Axe for this place because there's also the milk molar in this area. So if you come through here, we have more algae. And this one you get like 26 or something like that algae. You'll, with your upgraded axe, be able to destroy this, and then there is indeed a milk molar in here, and you can grab that as well if you haven't already. But we'll just come through here, and this leads to another underground system where you see the raw science split. So 23 raw or 23 algae from that. You come through here and you'll see that it leads to the glowing fissure, which we assume is raw science coming out of the earth or something to that effect. No idea. Okay, last but not least, we have the last location that I personally know of. I think there may be one more location. I'm not sure. If there is, let me know in the comments. But we have the new garden section, and you have the flower pot that's turned over. You have like a little shed over here, and then the stone wall, obviously, and whatnot. You are gonna come to this location right here. There's usually a cricket, some earwigs over there, and there's usually some like acorn shell or on the ground that's split open in the acorn shell here. There's a little crack slash crevice in the wall here. There's another one that you can go up to via the leaf system, but I find the lower one probably better for you with some raw science up there. You'll just come through here. Now be aware that there is an earwig down here that you don't necessarily have to fight if you don't want to, but you're probably gonna want to fight, so just be aware of that. Earwigs are weak to sour, so if you have the sour Katanga in the game, that's great. If you don't, you can craft sour globs if you get the optical discs and get a sour weapon, or if you just want to use whatever weapon fits for you, that works too. But we'll just come in here. This is the last location. This one gives you, I want to say, around 26 pieces of algae, but we'll come through here and just double check all of that, make sure that that's actually what it gives you, because I'm actually kind of curious. You need algae for pumpkin building pieces. So I know a lot of people, especially all the mega builders, are just making algae run after algae run, and that includes myself because I do a lot of building. If you have that tier 3 axe, you can get access to this side area, which is important for the algae run. You'll just come through here and grab all of these. And then there's one big chamber here, and you get some rust and some more algae science. So 26 algae is what I count right now, which I think that's pretty typical from what I've counted in the past. Oh, make that 28. I lied. 28 algae, so quite a bit of algae. And then on top of the algae in this chamber, it's good to note that what you can do is if you come over here, you can actually come up, and this is where you'll also find the boomstick. So you just come through here, and this leads to a orc wolf spider as well as the boomstick. So if you haven't grabbed the boomstick before, this is the area to grab the boomstick and just get that knocked out as well. So definitely make sure, and that wolf spider I think respawns. So just whenever you do an algae run, if you want to get the gold card and try and farm the orc wolf spider, I highly recommend doing that. But that ends the tour, or like the tutorial here. Again, if there's another location that I haven't mentioned besides these three, please let me know, because I also am farming algae. So make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you guys like to do for your algae runs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.